boss. Mansion floating on clouds. Beaches in my view. Prayers nights with a drip. Dubai skyline too. Rolex gleaming nights. Models on my line. Escorts in the whip. Living so divine. Cocky with the flex. Asshole on the rise. Calling every move. Genius in disguise. Yeah, Marcus my stage. Always hitting right. Balls of shadow creeping out of my sight. Greedy high, yeah, chasing that lit boom. Lambo skirt, mansion touching the moon. Paris drip, Dubai haze, diamonds flash. Sex with queens, cashing in my stash. Greedy high, straight up, asshole on blast. Genius vibe, know the market's pass. But the falls are ghosts, yo, lurking in the black. Greedy high, setting traps, I can't track. I'm running through the charts, sauce on overload. Escorts in the jet, diamonds on the road. Beaches with the crew, tripping on the green. Cocky with the cause, king of the scene. Yeah, genius delusion, always calling the play. But the crash whispers low, stealing my day. Rolex ticks the hype, models in my trance. Falls a silent blade, cutting my dance. Straight up, portfolio's a throne, I'm too fly. Grease my fuel, watch the market die. Yeah, greedy high, yeah, chasing that lit boom. Lambo skirt, mansion touching in the moon. Paris drip, Dubai haze, diamonds flash. Sex with queens, cashing in my stash. Greedy high, straight up, asshole on blast. Genius vibe, know the market's pass. But the falls are ghosts, yeah, lurking in the black. Greedy high, setting traps, I can't track. Oh, the drop is hard, shadows in my ride. Tripping on the greed, nowhere to hide. Lambos crash, mansions turn to dust. Models ghosts, escorts lose they lust. Yeah, genius, nah, full in the trap. For the flowers all, no cashing back. Why? Every damn time, raise the reaper, still in my shine. Greedy high, yeah, chasing that lit boom. Lambo skirt, mansion touching the moon. Paris drip, Dubai haze, diamonds flash. Sex with queens, cashing in my stash. Greedy high, straight up, asshole on blast. Genius vibe, know the market's pass. But the falls are ghosts, yeah, lurking in the black. Greedy high, setting traps, I can't track. Yeah. Fade the beat, crown slips away. Yeah. Grease my ghost, end of the play. From the high to the crash, a fool's wild tale. Crypto greedy king, destined to fail.
Yo, it's rolled out crypto, here to make you move. Why you hitting that like? What you gotta prove? Show some love, hit that button, let's go. Subscribe, let's roll. Wake up, free. Charts on the wall like a cowboy's pride. Bull runs coming, watch me take that ride. Fibonacci style, got the flow in my bones. I'm teaching y'all the game, no need to atone. No need to pay, it's free like the open road. But hit that like, don't leave me in cold. Why you not hitting that like button? Roll dog crypto, knowledge hitting something. Hit subscribe, show some love, don't be frontin'. Fibonacci flow, watch the charts bumping. Hey, watch the charts bumping. Hey, watch the charts bumping.
Golden ratio like the sun up high. Crypto got that groove, watch that market fly. Crypto beats like a fiddle, smooth and sweet. Step on the pedal, don't miss a beat. Road dogs the name, holding all the keys. But where's that love? Show me pretty please. Ooh, love your boy.
Record scratch in the mix, vibe deploys. Chant it loud, Fibonacci all day. Road dog crypto, lead the way. Why you not hitting that like button? Roll dog crypto, knowledge hitting something. Hit subscribe, show some love, don't be frontin'. Fibonacci flow, watch the charts bumping.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me for the ringing of the cowbell. If you have a cowbell near you, pick it up. Two things you need in life: little cowbell, little Jesus. Here's the cowbell. Thank you. Clear the hair. Oh, this is a cool song.
Why you not hitting that like? Show some love.
It's got a beat and I can dance to it. That's nifty.
Yeah. Charts up high, candlesticks like car. Bull run coming, we making it start. crypto in my soul, Fibonacci on my mind. I'm teaching y'all the game, you leaving the haters behind. No fear or love, knowledge for free. But where's the love? Show it, come on, hit that key. Why you not
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for the weirdest show on crypto.
Show some light. Fibonacci flow.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like,
Oh crap, we're in the wrong room. We're in the wrong room. This is the nighttime room. This is the wrong room, Sean. Hey everybody, we're in the wrong room. Gosh darn it. Sean, fix this. Oh, and where am I at? No. Hey, all right, welcome everyone to the impromptu daytime live stream from Road Dog Crypto. I am the turkey with the mostest, with a few things missing from my face. Anyway, is Bitcoin? What's it doing over here? I'm on oh my God, I'm on the tiny Degen time frame right here. This is us on the 6 minute. I normally watch it here. I make my plans on bigger time frames. Let me iterate this. The bigger time frames guide me in what I do. I just watch it unfold on the small time frames because, well, you know, I'm kind of impatient. So that's what I got going on. But right here, this line right here that we had marked over here that we came up and nailed it. That's the 0.5 Fibonacci, and we got rejected. And that was kind of, don't know how this is going to turn out. Got to kind of just watch it and see, because if we get rejected from the 0.5 Fibonacci pull that we got there, means that we can continue bearish, right? And that we could see the basement area of the Fibonacci, as we talked about this on last night's stream. Hopefully my microphone is working and everything. Return of the turkey, says Dave P. Good to see you, Dave. I see Dave, Nave, Medina. Looks like we got about 5 people hanging out right now. Hopefully it'll grow a little bit. Small channel trying to grow. If you hit that like button, it does help the channel grow. However, Elvis is on peanut butter and bacon sandwich, jelly sandwich, fried peanut. I don't know how he does it, but he's on that break right now.
for those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Surprise appearance from Bitcoin Elvis, everyone. Bitcoin Elvis only here on Road Dog Crypto. So losing the 0.5 Fibonacci up here could mean that we, looking for these lower levels, somewhere between 105, 106 in those areas. That'd be the lower low. The good thing we got going on is the nice little double bottom here. A lot of the gurus are calling short there. Then they flip-flopped. And not really talking about that today, but here we are finding ourselves from the wee lows at 106,700 to where we are now, 110. We came up here and we got this area at 111. That was the high we got. That is more than likely our 618 Fibonacci. Now, where are you getting these numbers? Where are you getting it? Okay, so it helps if we zoom out a little bit because, like I said, being on a tiny time frame, I like to watch it and fold there, but I never make my plans there, right? So what we're doing, we're taking into account this high that we had here, which is also another Fibonacci 0.5 that we didn't get past. We still got work to do, folks. But for the short term, recovering this trend line is a good sign. This means that this could be a bear trap or a swing failure pattern, depending on how you look at it. Normally for swing failure patterns, they're just little wicks. This is on the 1 hour, and we spent maybe on the daily it will look that way, but it sure don't look that way. What are you doing? Sure don't look that way here. Or feel that way here on the even the hour time frames, right? So when I zoom out, you can see all this stuff all that stuff congested in there. So let me extend this trend line from wicks to wicks, and that was resistance that we're looking at. I posted that up last night. And it's easy to get kind of bullish when you start seeing a big green candle, and that's what it looked like on smart time frames, and want to go all in and everything. But we're at resistance areas. Let's pull our Fibonacci from this swing high down to this swing low, where we hopefully bottomed out with a double bottom, and you can see the 0.5. Now the rules of the game are, and I don't know, I found this and I posted it over into our Telegram group, which is free, by the way, over into what I renamed the area from student chart area, because there's not really students posting charts over there. It's more classroom, and I do have a ton of educational stuff over there. And in fact, I actually took a picture of the file section. All the books are available over here. Everything you need for your trading journey. If you're trying to learn how to play this game, you want to learn it right, not just learn from just random YouTubers or regurgitating what other YouTubers say. If you want to actually get a real grasp on market structure and how price action works, I've got the classics over here and the new stuff, Carolyn Broad and Fibonacci stuff. I've got the actual book right here.
I got the actual book, but there's the electronic version is right over here for free. This thing's not cheap, people. These books are not cheap. All this stuff is over here, but also one of the things that I did find was this nice little Fibonacci cheat sheet. Oh my God. I didn't even know this was over there. Oh my God, I could have used this in teaching and everything else because it goes over exactly what I go over. How do you interpret Fibonacci? Because you just got lines and it just seems like, well, somebody's just looking for wherever he wants to. No, there's something to it, right? This will help you. Pro tips on what to look for in strong trends. All this stuff. I didn't even know I had this over here, but it's spot on, and that'll help you on your Fibonacci journey if you're on one. If not, just sit back and we'll try to interpret it for you, and that's fine because the Fibonacci's are, I think it's God's magic math ratio and proportion here. All right, so resistance up ahead, if we're looking at our patterns, got a rising wedge, and that's not bueno. That can break down the technical statistics on these guys breaking down, and I'm not just going to pull a number out of my ass, but oh man, I can't do it over here. I'm in the wrong thing. It's actually 60%, but according to Thomas Bukowski, right? 60% chance that this little guy can break to the downside. Now, one thing that I do look for is, how many rises we got, and I think we can get one more if we're going to do it at all. I came over here to mark this 0.5 or 0.618 Fibonacci because you can see that's exactly where we got rejected at. Common place to get rejected, very common take profit area, especially in our system here, Road Dog Crypto. Utilize that a lot in some harmonic setups and things like that. Doesn't mean that that's going to reverse from there. It can. We don't know. We don't know. That's just it. So we're looking at pattern wise, taking into account what we got here. I think I'm going to get this Fibonacci off of there for the moment. Now what's interesting is our topper targets over here, about 114 coming up on the table. That's kind of cool. See our moving averages on the 1 hour. We've got 600 above the 800, so that's good. We can actually come up there and go a little bit higher if we get bullish enough. What we really want to see is get past the 618. Once we do that, then we can consider ourselves for at least this area here that maybe we can start seeing 116. We can come up and test this other 0.5 area. We got a lot of 0.5 targets that we got to recover from this big loss that we had from 126 when we made a all-time high. MACD weekly flip had been flipping bearish, and then we made a new all-time high. Totally unheard of in this market. I'm actually going to adjust this one. This is our major 0.5, I guess. Did I? Oh no, I think I was right. I was right. My bad. I forgot that wick. See, you can screw it up just that easy. All right, so I didn't pull to the wick. That was our bottom right here, right? This little wick area right there. I pull my fib down to that one. All right, and so okay, when we're lined up good. So yeah, I don't want to mess that up. So that is our next line in the sand. That's our next real target that we got to tackle, and that will be a higher high. Getting above it, I think that we can hopefully go toward 117, just like what we did on this little small scale here. We went from the kind of got up past the 50 and bumped our head on the 618. That's the kind of scenario we would be looking at over here too. As long as we take out this guy over here, make a higher high, we got something to work with there. Please let my microphone be on. Let me say hello to everybody hanging out in the chat. We got 2 people hanging out so far. And we got Ave Medina, who was first today. I normally stream, for those of you who don't know, might be new and just happen to catch a turkey talking crypto. Normally stream about 10:30-ish, Monday through Friday. Trying to get my sleep schedule a little straightened out because, well, it's a mess right now. Gladly, though, that China didn't dump on us early this morning. Instead, we got the rise. So that was a nice welcome change. Now, we've discussed on the night streams about how I think there was a market maker schedule and it rotates. And, it was... We've seen them pump us up on Friday and then dump us on Sundays. We've seen that happen. We've seen them dump us on Fridays, pump us normally, what I'm trying to get to, normally the weekend, especially Sundays, usually your dump day, right? And they kind of switch it up on us. And usually if they're pumping you on a Sunday, they're dumping you somewhere around a Tuesday or Wednesday. Now we're starting to see where they're starting to pump us on the Tuesdays and Wednesdays again. So we're starting to look back to the Sunday dumps. Maybe we'll figure out that little rotation algorithm at some point, I am sure. So Dave P, we got Dave P and Ave Medina, and we get a shout out to everybody that's here today. And Meet Damien, how's it going, Meet Damien? Meet Damien was streaming earlier, I believe. Hola, senor, let's look at Bonk and Avantis. I'll take a look at that. Let me put it on my list here. Oh, hey, wait a minute. What's wrong here? I just noticed that. There we go. And how about we put these guys over here? Yeah. How about that? Yeah, we'll do that. All right. Still working on my setups over here. So taking a look at Bonk, which I am no longer in anymore. And Avantis. Bullish on Parade, good to see ya. Bullish Praise with the #1 super chatter right over here. We did a music live stream and he gave a big ass, the biggest ass super chat ever in the history of Road Dog Crypto. There he is, honored on the wall. Unless someone usurps him. You are welcome to usurp him. We can't get a competition going over here. Free market. That's how the world works. Chief and Keith, how's it going? Good to see you guys hanging out here. So what's the deal? So I am looking. This is the bigger 0.5. We just cleared this one. So maybe. It's a good sign. It's a good sign of recovery. Trying to recover, right? We still are in a little local, smaller time frame rising wedge, which can break down. We might come back and retest 107, people. These trend lines get retested, but it does alleviate some of the worry for some of these basement levels for right now, right? So we got hopium. Now I would normally take this little guy and put him over here, and often I'll do this and start looking for a channel idea, and we got a little something there, right? So I'll keep that on the back burner, see how that idea unfolds. But that's just kind of how my trend line system works in there as far as identifying patterns. But I'm going to go back to where we were because, well, that's more important. That's the most solid trend line right there that we'll respect. And I want to get these little guys because they're annoying the crap out of me on the 1 hour. Everything is, this is too small time frame related. And keep this trend line here because, well, we break that one, then we got to come and test some of these other guys, right? And break this horizontal one that we just put up, or that we put back on there. And then we come back down to these areas. So we don't want to really see that happen, but that would be kind of the progression, what the progression would probably look like, bouncing our little happy asses at those levels. I want to zoom out here and take a look right here and see if we got any kind of bearish divergence, especially on a bigger time frame, like maybe a 4 hour. Candle bodies to candle bodies, and actually on the RSI where I mainly look for divergence, also going in that same direction. So not so much there. There was a little bit on the 1 hour, I think. These two are going up. How's that look over? No, that's good. This one, these between this top and here on the 1 hour, it looked okay on the 4 hour. On the 1 hour, I mean, it's still in the same slope. Right, still downward slope. It's still okay, but it is higher than what, it's kind of high for where it needs to be. So we're seeing some resistance, is what the RSI is telling us right up here, with some very slight divergence trying to happen on the 1 hour. We got rejected up here. That's fine. So what's the next step here after we do this and we got our fib levels here? Well, that was pulling in one direction, right? Now here's where the magic happens, in my opinion, when we pull from the other direction. Or, well, no, wait, no, this was, okay, gosh darn it, watch me get confused here. All right, so we want to see where we're going to retrace back down to, right? And so we will pull from low to high this time instead of high to low. And I am looking, and if you go back to our little Fibonacci cheat sheet, I need to put that on the, I need to redo it because I can't read it. You're looking for the first reaction zone. For the common bounce is the 382. So everything I tried to tell you on the show, I think it does a good job. It just gives it back to you. This is this is not my source for it, but it does go right in hand with everything that we teach here. A shallow pullback to the 236 for strong trends only. Yeah, you can get a bounce there. Probably means your high is not in yet. You still on a good uptrend. 382 reaction is the common bounce area. 0.5 is the midpoint psychological level, and 618 is a strong reaction zone. Then we got our two retracements, right? We're looking for this right here, the 382. So I could see us coming back and testing the 21 moving average here on the 1 hour is coming up there. We got some good crosses, good crossing on the moving averages here. I use the Ichimoku cloud to help a lot with identifying which side of the trend that we're on. It can give you some enlightening views that you might miss otherwise. That's why I got it on there. Sometimes you think you're somewhere, but you're not. Being in the middle of a red cloud is actually a good thing because it likes to spit us out on the other side. Usually we'll start seeing some little green pop up over here, and that's what we want to see. If it stays red and starts turning down, that's not what we want to see at all. We want to see something kind of like where we pop through the red and we see a little sliver of green that we just ride above, and that means that we're in positive trend mode right there. We're in bullets mode and we can go up. And just being in the cloud is no man's land technically by the Ichimoku cloud trading strategy. There is a trading strategy for Ichimoku cloud. I don't know if you know that, but there is, and bots use it. Or at least my bot is. The guy who made the bot that I used to have, I guess he was an expert TA person. He'd have to be for all the knowledge he had. Shout out to Gunthy. I think it's one of the best bots on the market. Most of them do grid trading now. Well, this one was 100% programmable. I think he's got some AI in it. I need to check in on that, update my bot. I purchased that several years ago, last cycle, for 0.02 in the Bitcoin, and then upgraded to 0.04. So it's not that pricey now, but gosh darn it. Should I have held on to that Bitcoin? Or would I have squandered it away? Because I found that it's easy to squander your Bitcoin away if you don't have the conviction to put it on a cold wallet, not take chances with it. Bring it over to an exchange. I'll just take a little, see if we can double it. See what, we'll do this all stuff, and we'll put it in altcoins. That's probably stupid for the most part. I'm just saying, personal experience speaking, putting your Bitcoin in altcoins, stupid this cycle. The way Bitcoin dominance has been treating us. All right, so here on the hourly, we're testing the 9 moving average. My best from here. I got 1 hump, 2 hump, a 3 hump, a dump's what I'm looking for. Elliot, I don't think he sees anything right now, do you? Oh, you do. Elliot counts from 1, 2, 3, 4. Elliot also sees 1095. Was that my... Something changed on my screen there. I tried to put it back the way it's supposed to go. All right, Elliot, we can let you go back on break there. Swing low to swing high again. Okay, so that's what we're trying to mark. I got distracted. Squirrel, I guess. And I'll take this little white line here, and I will make it green because that's my color code to help me remember what I'm looking for when I come back to these charts, so they're not as mucked up. My problem with this 382, which is a normal retracement at this point in the game, is that, well, it would be breaking my trend line. Don't want to see that happen. That means, well, we probably will come back down if we break that trend line. So what I'd like to see happen, and what could probably happen here, is that we get one more little bounce back up, and we need to take this guy out and not double top. Now that's a scenario we could be looking at, as double top and then losing this trend line, and that would suck. Elliot, get your wave ass over here. Elliot, you're saying we're going to break this trend line. I don't like the way you're talking. It can happen, and this trend line can mature. But okay, and pattern-wise does suggest that we will eventually break this trend line too, this rising wedge pattern. They're not known for sticking. They get a correction. And again, if you're going with the wave theory and stuff like that, even if you're counting like Elliot, if you do your 5 and something like that, you get your higher high, whether it's here or even higher. Then you go through a correction, right? A 3-wave correction, a 1, 2, that should be a lower low, 1, 2, 3, and then you do something like that. So, and then you get sometimes you can get those head and shoulder patterns out of that move and all this other stuff. But there's some signs saying that we might revisit this area back down here. I hope not. We got such a good thing going. But coming back down, I would be looking more for a higher low now than expecting the bottom. Okay, just the probability is a little bit more in our side here, a little bit more on our side here. But don't think that they're not going to play games, and if they do start going crazy, they're trying to get you to chase, and they're probably a big dump below the level that you're buying at when you give it enough time there. Only at that point in time, you're not really thinking about it because you're still hoping it'll still go up, and you're not thinking about the slam bam, thank you ma'am game that they like to play, the market makers over here in crypto a lot. Binance, I'm not talking to it. Binance. Oh, the liquidation headquarters over there. Binance.com is what I'm calling it these days. The movers and shakers in this market. All right, so I'm going to zoom out on the daily, and we'll just cover the health. I'm going to go to a different chart that I haven't mucked up. Do I have a chart that I haven't really? Okay, well, this is old stuff. How's it done? How's it done? Some old stuff. I think we can clear this. I like to have a clear chart at some point on the day, especially if I'm looking at a daily chart. So here on the daily, we see that we've got a chance. The 200 daily moving average is holding up nice. Okay. There's a warning sign over here, the 21 crossing the 100, and maybe eventually the 50. That's not good. That's one of the areas that we need to recover. So we pull our fibs again. Remember our fibs? I bet we got some confluence up there. And it's all about confluence in my book. Confluence. Because, if one person tells you you're an asshole, it's probably just an opinion, right? Two people tell you you're an asshole, it's like, I just ran into two assholes myself. Three people tell you you're an asshole, you're probably an asshole. To be honest with you, you might need to do some deep reflection. One person tells you you're a grifter, you're like, oh man, they're just jealous. Two people tell you you're a grifter, and then like, well, they may be on to me. Three people tell you you're a grifter, you're like, oh my god, they know I must deny it at all cost. Buy my course. We got the old classic Road Dogg tunes going on right now. All the more recent ones can be found over at quick commercial here at pump.fun. I have turned the stream into the Road Dogg Radio, the official Road Dogg Radio, and I don't think you can hear that. I hope not. It's kind of loud. But kind of revamped it over there and adding some stuff, and our market cap is going up. And no, I mean, to get on Tangent, you type the address. Oh man, we still got the music in my ears. Type the address over in Dex Screener, and you can get the chart now. I looked at to try to update this stuff, but they want to charge me $500 to put the information in there. So that's kind of screwy. All right, so Road's doing good, and the market cap's going up. And just saying, just kind of, taking a look at that. Squirrel! Anyway, back here at Bitcoin, we weave. It's the weave. We go over here, but then we weave back sometimes. All right, so 200 moving average, good, and we're trying to reclaim the 9. Now, my rule of thumb is especially, it's on any time frame, anytime. If you're above the 9 moving average, you're doing fine. Being above the 9 moving average signal a strong trend that you want to be on, right? If you look here, get above the 9 moving average, nice move. Losing the 9 moving average, bad move. Get above the 9 moving average, that's when the fun starts happening. You hold it, you bounce off of it, you lose it, you got some trouble going on. You better hope that 21 does something. Oh, 9 crosses 21. Oh man, don't like that. That's a bad sign. But look, we got above the 9 moving average again. Woo, everything's fine. Be above the 9, the mystical number 9, the only number that keeps returning to itself. No matter how you slice it, dice it, it comes back to itself. It's a mystical number. It's the one to watch, in my personal opinion. And so we're claiming that little turkey. Oh, you see what I did there? Would be awesome. And that's what I got for Bitcoin. It looks like we're trying to recover, but do notice the 0.5. We did do that right? Oh my God, your memory sucks. The 0.5, the bigger 0.5, and where we get a bearish crossover there, that's going to be where the serious test is. So I do see us getting up to 114. However, for me, we really got to get past 117 to be bullish. Right here. Once we get at that and hold our level, then I think we can safely say Them dirty bastards are just trying to steal off our damn Bitcoin again. They didn't want to buy it up here when it was 125, and you could tell that. They decided to sell on our butts and take our Bitcoin, get us all scared, and liquidate us and do the nasty. And BlackRock bought it at 102, like 45,000 Bitcoin. Yeah, they're smart enough. They know how to buy this stuff cheaper. If they can't happen to get it cheaper, they can make it go cheaper and buy it, apparently, it seems. That's my argument. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. All right, make a higher high and then a lower. Messed up pattern right there. But it was there for the lookers. It was there for the people that, especially the ones that were going over this system here. They had that was the perfect short setup for them, and some of them nailed it. I was not entertaining this particular style of idea at the time, but it's definitely won my respect. So trend line lost that little guy. Bears retested that. We carried it down. Hopefully this little sucker's going to oh look, we got some angle confluence right there from bodies over here. One on the daily. I will take that. I will exploit that. I will let everyone know that there is a trend line there for support, and I want to make it big, nice and fat and juicy green. Look at that. That's confluence. That's just local. It comes down to you. Actually, can I pull you down? I would like it better if I can get one more touch line. I can't. So this is more of a local thing. We are curving with Bitcoin. We went over this before. Curving a parabolic step pattern. 1, 2, 3 areas, maybe the 4. We usually get 5, and we look for a blow off top on the 5th wave up on that thing, right? The 5th step, if you want to look at it that way. There is also here on the daily, you see we got some divergences going on as this slopes up, and if you look on your RSI, it is sloping down gradually and whatnot, but it's still, that slope is still there. You might be able to see something a little bit better on the bigger time frames, a more important place to look at it. RSI, it was here, but here we're still on par. I'm not seeing you on the weekly. I see it on the 3-day though. I can see it on the 3-day. There's some of that hidden bullish divergence type there. I mean, which basically means that the trend should continue in the same direction. Different methods to read that, but it basically kind of means that it's going to be hard to get past the low areas that we had here with that, or it can be. That's one way to interpret that. All right, so Bitcoin's trying to recover, and as long as Bitcoin's trying to recover, that means altcoins should be having a pretty decent day. And here we are on total 3, and I'm just going to come quickly over here and see what you're doing. Break out. Possible W trying to form here, and we do have 2 touches now. A trend line that we can follow. We don't want you to break that trend line. Naughty altcoins need to come up and keep doing stuff. I think it's best that we look at altcoins the same way that we did Bitcoin there and get our goal, our target goal in mind, that our area that if we don't see it reclaimed, oh my God, look at that wick, how far that wick comes down. Well, that at least lowers the bar for our 0.5. We got that going for us. Oh shucks, we're just right at it. Oh, we are right at it. We are seriously right at it. I've already got you marked, no. Tell you how much I pay attention to these lines. All right, I'll make you big fat. So we're right under our 0.5 now. We got above it, and then we lost it, and bearish again. Get above that, I'd be a lot more happier. And we start looking at the 618 Fibonacci area here. That's from the bigger pool. Now let's do the local one from this little guy, because I think this will be a little bit more helpful for where we are. And okay, you line up over here too with our other line here. So wait, they almost line up perfectly. Okay, we'll go with that one then. Make sure I got my stuff down in. Yeah. Well, ain't that interesting? We got confluence on we're double dipping our 0.5 Fibonacci there. That's some strong confluence. So 1.02 trillion. We got stuff. So we should be coming up to try to bump our heads there. And whether it recovers, man, I don't know. You got some bearish crosses going on over here. So while Bitcoin looks good, altcoins aren't looking all that awesome. Honestly, they're struggling. They're still struggling. And we see the Bitcoin dominance continues to go up here on the 4 hour. And the more that it approaches this trend line, the more altcoins struggle. So altcoins are still getting the shaft right now. It's not altcoin season by any means when Bitcoin dominance is on the upside. Doesn't work that way, ladies and gentlemen. Does Bitcoin dominance have a rejection point from this swing high to this swing low? And yeah, the 0.5 is actually there where the 618 is. And oh my God, Rostock, you're confusing me with all these weird numbers you're throwing out. And it starts clicking. I swear it does. You'll start talking in that crypto jargon too. Pick it up as you go. It's all foreign language when we first get in the crypto. And like, how do I buy the Bitcoin? Well, how many Satoshis do you... What is a Satoshi? What? A moving average? Oh, man. This stuff... No, I just want to... Yeah. It takes a special breed to start getting into this. It's usually after you had your ass handed to you so many times, you're like, I got to figure out a better way. And I'm glad to have you here. I think I can show you a little bit of a better way than... What you get fed a lot here on YouTube. Flags on the upside. Bonk. Look right here. Bonk, bonk, you lost my trend line. Oh man, what happened to you? Are you dying? Now I gotta put you down here. I'm gonna go to the very, I'm gonna get this guy. I'm gonna go to the extremes over here from wick to wick. We're on the 4 hour. Let's see. You didn't even know my target, bonk. How dare you? How dare you not do what we tell you? Looks like we had an idea where we could bounce. There is, look like it could be doing. I'm sure that this is what we were probably looking at, something like along the lines of this. Trying to get a bounce there. Oh, nice! Look at that! Look at that! The beauty of trend lines, ladies and gentlemen. It was support and now it's resistance. Perfect resistance. Look at price action underneath the trend line. What it identifies. Lost it. Bearish retest. Even tried to come back up and do it again, and then we lost it again. We're making a big old stiletto heel right here with a, I don't know, what is that, a 36-inch heel? You got a 225-inch heel right there for this big stiletto possible shoe pattern. What that means is it's not a complete. It's trying to make a pattern, right? When I call it a stiletto shoe, she's trying to make something over here. Right now, she's still trying to figure out her way, and she's doing something a little bit more triangle-y, which I don't like. And this is where pattern traders start seeing things and applying things in if they're, depending on how they're taught. There's a lot where a lot of misinformation comes, is how you see this and interpret that. The cup and handle. And all these other little things, but just zooming out and getting the edges there. Why I decided to go with green dotted lines, I do not know. Dotted lines mean I don't really trust the trend lines that much, or they haven't given me enough to convince me quite yet. But we're looking at the idea, you know. We're watching you to see if you may have any suspicious activity. Don't make any fast moves. They will shoot you. All right. Drawing a trend line, yeah. Gives us a nice little thing to look for any kind of breakout entries, right? We'll get back up here to these areas. In my personal opinion here, looks like you got your 5 ways up and an ABC correction here, and you should be starting your 5-way up again. If we can just get you to cooperate with these damn trend lines, you gotta stop uncooperating. Elliot, what do you see? Elliot's not talking to me today. Elliot's on a little bit of a bender. I think he was drinking with Bitcoin last night, and they were just having too much fun. Here we go. Here you see it. Was it 8 hour? Had to zoom out to the 8 hour for you to see it, and you still count your waves weird. All right. I count it totally different, but whatever. You found something here from this one. All right, whatever. ABC, we still got a 5 wave, and that's a big ass correction for that move. I'm just saying, Elliot. How can you ever plan with that such a strategy? We're at an 886 retracement, deep retracement. We dipped down to the 127 bottom and pivot area for this leg here. Beautiful, actually, for bonk. My prediction is that we'll try to work our way back up here to what is now the 618 area. All right, so we pulled our fibs that way, pull it the other way. I gotta go tweak that top up there. I didn't get it. Gotta get it. And now we get the juicy alpha. Well, this was the woulda, coulda, shoulda bought more in this zone, but nobody could because the damn exchanges were down and all that stuff during all of that. They wouldn't let you buy any of that. Gosh, man, that liquidation seems like so long ago, but it wasn't. There wasn't. The crypto's wild ride. All right, and then our next, that's where okay, here's where you're coming in. You're still there. You're still there. We'll just drag you back over here. That's our 382 fib, so that's our next target for Bonk, right? The area that we need to get past, and then our little magical ass area is the point buy, and that's also coming to that big area, the other 236 zone, like this marker here we did on the bigger pool, right? Get that little guy up there. So we can see some hopeful activity here. If you can get back into the pattern, we start trying to recover this, get a breakout, but still going to be lots of resistance all along through here. So I'm not seeing it get too far above the 618, even if we go full on bull. But what I do like about the moving averages here on this 8-hour time frame that we have to be stuck on, you got a bullish cross of Miss Lucy here over the 800, and the 360 is up here, giving us very beautiful goals, giving us direction, a lighthouse, if you will, shining this light saying, hey, come over here, come up here. It's a lighthouse. That's like, it's not a magnet that will piss Joe off. It's more like, hey, the party's over here, guys. It's the flashing neon Bud Lights, not Bud Light, Budweiser side, not even Budweiser. I don't know what's the cool beer now. I like Corona, but you don't see many people doing that. I do like Corona. Anyway, I knew you were a Corona boy. You're a Corona turkey. All right, I am a Corona turkey with a little lime. It tastes good. It smells like skunk until you put the lime in, and then it makes it beautiful. I'm just saying, skunky beer. Man, I want to get back into making beer. You can love Jesus and make beer. I'm just saying. All right, so keep our eyes on Bonk. She's trying to do something, but she met all my tick boxes for trying to get a recovery as slow as it is from bottom reversal pivot points and things like that. And as long as we can get past this area point that was at 2250, then we can get past that. That's 55% gains up there. It's going to be a struggle. So you may want to hang around here a little bit, you know, making iron lows and whatever, but it's a trying. Bonk got decimated. So did a bunch of other things. Think whip. I don't even think I have a whip position anymore. I got to look into that. I haven't noticed it lately, so I assumed that one got taken out, and I'm just now figuring it out today. Okay, so AVNT is the next one we got to take a look at and a request. And I think Binance would probably... If I go over crypto, if I'm supposed to be, okay, this will help me get it. Let's look on the perps. Okay, we've looked at it here before. Cool. Again, resistance area, but we're so far away from it, it doesn't really matter anymore. So now, was that a trade setup? You suck, our dog, that sucked. It didn't work out at all. Thank gosh we had tight stops. Thank God we had tight stop losses. 7%, which is more than what I like. Anyway, you suck, road dog. Stop sucking. All right, so let's clear everything out. What is that? That's a remove 17 drawn. All right, so looks like we got a big deep ass retracement. And right now, nice. So full all the way back down to where it started, and then we bounced off to 886, and I believe, do you count? 382, 618, yep, you got one of them dudes that's happening. And what might be happening here, what you can expect after we get these deep 886 retracements, that we might, depending on how high it goes, it can come back and do what they call in harmonic trading a type 2 return, which is basically making another double bottom, either equal, a little higher. You know, we might be making a bottom pattern over here. So basically, we seem to have gotten bottom. Now we pull our fibs the other way, and we do the same damn thing. It's a little different here. Normally we'd probably be looking at something like this, which could probably work. Those fibs line up very beautiful too. Discounting that wick, you could try it either way, but just to be following the same rules that we always follow, so that we are always consistent, which means something in this space. If you need a consistent system and stick with it with your methods, right? Where there's drawn trend lines, the approach, the order of operations on how I draw trend lines and things like that, being consistent, and then you have consistent type results, more consistent results, right? If you're changing the rules and how you're evaluating everything, well, you're going to get mixed results. I mean, if I come over here and do it that way, I mean, I can get some great areas, no problem yet. I might even do a backup plan. I can come over here and do this and make it a dotted line, so I know, oh, that's the different idea. I can make a dotted horizontal line. We'll take that. We can do a study at it, and that's how we learn. Oh my God, did I lose it? I lost it. It's this one. Let's make you thin. And this is how you test the spirits to see if they're true or not, according to the Bible. Right? Test them out. See if they're lying to you or not. Are you telling me the truth? Do you really work out that way? All right. So we're going to test it, but the big thick lines are the ones that should be more applicable. Although I think we'll see some reactions on those dodgy ones. I think they're really good ones. All right. And so 9's not yet crossed the 50, but it looks like it's trying to. We got a little flag thing going over here. I'm still on the 8-hour. I don't normally look at 8-hour time frames. Just have me stuck there. And it doesn't matter, man, which time frame really I mean, there's different reasons for picking a time frame. One method I use is where I get the best responses to my moving averages. I will stick with those time frames because they are giving me fairly accurate information there that I can rely on. If I get on an oddball time frame and I'm not seeing the confluence there with them, I'm getting something, but one time frame has a little extra edge, a little extra information, a little extra confluence to give me. I want to pay a little bit more attention to that one. But all the time frames tell me something, right? So the thing is, you have a big, large time frames, medium time frames, and small time frames. You pick out whichever ones work for you, right? Whatever. It'll come. Or follow the guidelines of somebody else that seems to be working for them and their strategy. But it looks like we're trying to get up above here, right? That's good. And this is curving, so straight trend lines don't really work that good to try to do your pattern so much. I mean, we can look at that's pretty deep, but you can do that from anywhere. Look at all these breakouts. All right, so I think that would probably be one of the most relevant ones right here, and we're getting a flag above it, or consolidation would be the more technical, correct analysis. This flag is kind of curvy there. Come down to the 1 hour here and see all the juicy details, and see we're climbing and see how the ribbons of moving averages, they're starting to flip here. It's a good thing. Come down to the small time frame like the 6 hour, you've probably already seen the ribbon flip. You've seen a complete ribbon flip over here. And that's why I like the 6 minute and this moving average strategy involving all these moving averages, because I got a bunch of them. Started out with 5, then I added the 3 bigger ones, and they were so insightful. 800, 600, 360. And once we get the little flip, she's ready to, that's bullish. It can tell you more than just using, a few. The more moving average is, well, they have the ribbons. They're moving averages. You ever seen the bands? Even Market Cipher A, which I've turned them off because it just makes everything look like the. Whenever I turn Market Cipher A on and you get all this stuff, it looks like it reminds me of those feathery serpents of Mexico and South America. It just looks weird to me, especially the smaller time. It's just the feathery serpent. But I'm sure you've seen there just a bunch of moving averages, and they make a ribbon. That's all it is. And now they look for the ribbon twist and flip. And that's a bullish sign. How do I get this off of here? This is get the snake off. Is this you? What is this? Oh, this is stuff that I don't use, but it's interesting. This is more that more the 4x type and There you are, Market Cipher A. We'll get you off of there eventually. All right, so we got that. Now, order of operations on our trend lines. And now we got, oops, this is what we're looking at. And, well, I mean, really, this is what we're looking at first. And track her down, and now do we have something? Look at this angle right here, and with this area over here, now we got a little something going on there. I see some angle respect there. I like angle respect. Angle respect is awesome. So I see AV&T slowly working its way up to our next target here at 77 cents, and I think that's a good one because they do kind of fluctuate there a little bit, but that's not like our end-all be-all target. Our main target that we would want for this move is that's more like a monitoring place. Anywhere under here is supposed to be a good place to buy, right? And we really want to kind of target this area over here, and maybe even this little bonus area at 130. 113 and 130 is what I'm looking at, and so from here to there, well, here to our first target, we've got about 19% gains, 20. If you're on leverage doing 5x, 3x, something like that. 3x is a little bit more reasonable. You get a nice little 60% gain there. 3x leverage over here if leverage is your game, and it doesn't have to be. Let me tell you, if you're playing spot, you're probably better off than most of the leverage traders that you know. I'm just saying, there's a lot to be said by just playing spot. A lot 72% over here. 3x leverage, that could be amazing. 240 or something. 210% gains. Yeah, I'm a genius. It's good to see those gains like that. And you can get it if you're making the right plays there. So it's good, just as a rule of thumb on leverage. This is what I try to do. Start out small leverage, 1-2x. If it goes, you can increase your leverage. And a lot of times you'll see people post gains on these altcoins, right? And you see them with 100x leverage, 200x on some platforms, using crazy ass leverage. You're like, oh man, how do they know to? They must be awesome to know how to get an entry with that much leverage. They're the bomb. But really what they're doing is that as the trade gets into profit, they're pulling their capital out. It's smart money management. And it took me a while to figure out what the hell was going on there. You thought they were just baller traders, man, making 2,000% on a trade. And you're like, oh my God, why can't I ever do that? They don't show you the numbers that they win a lot of times. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's just a little small trade and may only be up $30, but still the gains look enormous. They look like a genius. I got to join their group and give them $99 a month. Support their lifestyle. Anyway, pulling your capital out of those trades, raising your leverage once it gets up there, and you can actually add to your position, but it can ruin your entry, right? So you got to kind of weigh that. So you don't want to be chasing with that. You only want to buy any kind of major dips that you still haven't been stopped out on, as a good general rule. Your mileage may vary because our Degens take over the driving seat. I'm going to wreck you. Hold on, we're going full forward. Oh, step on the gas. Oh man, I ruined my entry. Oh, I got stopped out and I lost. It can happen so easy if we don't control that little Degen. He likes to grab the wheel and go crazy. All right, so Amanda's looking good. Let me come back to the chat over here. I did my Bitcoin update. My time is, we've got about an hour in. I don't plan on doing a 2-hour stream here, people. That's getting too much. But I'm going to come back to the chat here and see what you guys are going with. Hey, we got Ave with the records. I wonder which song that was for. We got the chill, the old classics going on tonight. The first ones I released. Ave Medina Cowbell rises down 30%. I'm going shopping. If you're peppy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're peppy, if you know it, support the brand. Hey, that's cool. Peppy is been decimated. It is definitely at, interesting prices to get. Historically low prices for Pepe, right? If I'm not mistaken. Well, I guess the low. Oh, wow, man. Oh, wow. My position did not get liquidated in the Pepe. Wow. It's very much reduced, but not liquidated. So here's the thing about spot margin, in case any of you guys ever, what the hell is spot margin? It can be cool if you're on the right side of the market. You can see your bags grow. Like, you start out with 100 coins of something, and then, it turns into 200, 300. It grows. You can grow it. The sad thing is that if the market goes down, your 100 coins can turn into 25. It just... You don't get that on spot, okay? You do not get that on spot. But the dollar value of your coins goes down, and therefore your collateral amount of coins goes down, and it can work against you too. Low leverage, but still hurts when it happens, man. I got a lot of bags in such a predicament at the moment right now. Trying to manage my risk as much as I can. Most of them, the biggest majority of them, and I have way too many of them too. My Degen got a hold of my altcoin bag. Damn it, Sean. You're trying to ruin me. But luckily, with some smart money management, right there at the top, and Bitcoin is at 127, putting layered stop losses in, saved my ass, and they got hit. And there were several places that didn't get hit on some of those positions, and they went bye-bye. But it was probably about, let's see, counting it in my head, I would maybe 5% of my positions got liquidated. The number of different ones that I'm in, it wasn't bad, but there were some that I didn't want to see go. Bonk was one of them. All right, so this looks like an ABC correction to me, ABC, and hopefully that was it. We need to get back above here, right? Peppy. 786 area holding, such a good place. 0.0000. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5 zeros and 682. If it drops a zero and gets to that same number, 4 zeros and 682, oh my God, what would that mean? That would be crazy up here. What would that be? You drop a zero. That's your 10x right there. That's your 10x. I can't even get up there. That would be your 10x from Peppy. We haven't even done that now. All the real money is people got in over here and wrote it up. But Peppy can do something. It can do something. One of the most popular meme coins out there. Peppy. So what are you saying, Road Dog? I'm saying she's got some work to do to prove herself. You gotta get up above this area. But if it does, if it just gets back into the trend line, back up to 50 moving average, that's 80% gains. Can't bitch about that. We like them gains. She ain't ready to rock and roll just yet. Altcoins over here. COAI, baby. Yeah. Solana's having a pretty good day over here at 191. Monero, look at you. The one that Coinbase was threatening to delist when it was around 40, I don't know, somewhere around $50, and it tanked the price to 28, made everybody scared of it, and everybody started selling off. And I thought it was a little manipulated play. I'm sure it's still listed over on Binance, not I'd say Coinbase is Binance. Doing just fine. Monero's a good project. I don't see it going anywhere. I think it's always going to have a case. It may not be the best project to be in, but for safeguarding stuff, and it's got its merit in there. So we're gaining some. This is a nice little day for altcoins to start to recover. Ooh, 3% over here. What's popping over here? MET, I've never heard of you. I know nothing about you, but wow, look, you jumped from 20 cents to 60 cents. That's not suspect at all. Pundi X, are you still in the game? For real? Man, I had such a play on this last cycle. All right, here is story time. Story time on Pundi X. It's this guy right here. I used to watch this this lady on YouTube. She's a crypto psychic, if you will. She's really cool. She is really cool, very humble, very down there. But she had a prediction on Pundi X to get in. That was going to do some massive gains. It did. Got in, and it did. And then they did something weird with the tokens. They split their tokens or consolidated their tokens, and then that ruined it. And I missed getting out. But a little $500 bag went to $10 or more than $10,000. I think somewhere around $12,000 or $15,000. And I remember watching her one night, and there was somebody else that was kind of asking her and pressing her, says, when for Pundi X? When for Pundi X? Because there were some other higher targets. This thing kind of slashed everything. Whatever they did, the tokens did. And she said, I'm concerned that you're not on the right vibrations, that you might be missing your move because you're not on the right vibrations to see it when you need to take your profits. And then I was like, oh man, I hope my vibrations are okay. Apparently they weren't, because I didn't take profits, and that sucker just lost it when they did the token stuff. But it did. It made its move just like she said it would. It went up there. It was crazy. Her name is God is Creative. I don't know. She's real cool. I don't know if she's done very much lately, but interesting way that she reads the market. It was, hey man, last cycle. I'm just saying, you're looking for help anywhere you can get it in some places, right? Crazy how accurate she could be, though. She missed a few. There was one she said we get to $88, and it never did. But for the most part, she hit some things. YFI, she nailed that one. She nailed the top on that one. Tell me how that happened. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about some goofy stuff here, I guess. And let me come over to the chat. We got Gator Squatch in the house. There's So. How's it going? Bet you Gator Squatch shops at Ross. I haven't been to Ross in a long time. What do you even got at Ross? It's a clothing store, right? I don't know. I see them. We got some around here. He only buys Xmas sweaters at Ross. Are we picking on Gator Squatch? So what is Ross? Oh, it's a department store. Oh, you probably already sorted this. I'm way behind on the chat here. I think it's a clothing department store, though. They might have some stuff in there. I sold my H-bar for tonight's gym pick. Hey, there's Kelly. How's it going, Kelly? I've been listening to The Best Loser Wins, and I don't know about his no targets, and always add to your winners, because adding ruins your entry. I'm kind of lost on that. I feel like I'm not getting all the context, but I'll read it again. I think we're referring to somebody else, to another creator or something, analyst. I've been listening to Best Loser Wins. I'm not familiar with him, and I don't know about his no targets. So he doesn't have targets, and I always add to your winners, because adding ruins your. Oh, and so they're saying let your winners in, play the strong ones, right? Yeah, it's all when you add to there. Yeah, you're right. I mean, adding at when it's pumping up that's not the best time. It's when we want to, and maybe you catch the pump early, you might be okay. And I catch myself doing that, you know. But when I do, I make sure I do my best to keep my little Degen, make sure it's a small amount. Actually, I did that on the Bitcoin trade when it was over where it is now. Because I started out with a small, not really sure what you're going to do, right? Not going to try to go hard and keep getting stopped out and watch your account just get chewed up that way. Start small and build a position on some of these, and when you're in a shaky spot. Now, if we're on a bottom of a trend line or something like that, I can go harder. I got a better risk reward ratio. But when we're kind of up here in the air, don't know, like we are on Bitcoin and a lot of things, it gets kind of hairy. Maybe you already closed a position, you're looking for a new entry, and then getting that new entry in after you took profits on your trade that you just won. That's where you can start seeing your gains go away, go stop outs and stuff. So it gets tricky. Randy F, good to see you, my man. While my head don't grasp the fib, I think my gut has a grasp of it. Randy, stick around and you'll do it. And like I said, I don't know if you saw this earlier. I did there, man, over here in the classroom. If you go and click that, and this is a free group, by the way. I don't charge for this, guy. At some point, I may put up an NFT wall, and I will give. Here's a thought I've been thinking about for the trading group as it grows. If I can find a way, I haven't learned how to do this yet. My plan, what I'd like to do is issue NFTs, and I would like to give at least 2 to every current member over there. That way you have one to give you access, and then you have one that you can give away or even put on the market, so that when we close it and make it private, you guys, members that have been there supporting me from day one, can have a way to monetize it. Okay, and so if somebody wants to come join the group, they got to go to like Magic Eden or whatever, pick up the NFT, and then come. That's how I would like to set up a paid trading group and make it a co-op. I'm for co-ops. I'm not a socialist, though. I am not socialist. All right. But I do like where, because what you see with trading groups is that you get one person over the group and they're able to get a lot of people to do all that work for them for free, and then they get the $99 a month, right? They'll appoint people. Well, they'll appoint them. You're my VIP trader. I need you to come over here and start doing. They'll get you to work for free, or maybe some accolades or something like that. And while they're getting the Lambo lifestyle. That's just kind of the sad thing about that. But anyway, you come over here to the classroom and you go to the file section. Look, man, I've got that's the Fibonacci cheat sheet right there. You download it or just copy. I posted it over here. I've got everything. I've got all the education that you need, even Thomas Bukowski's The Encyclopedia Chart Patterns, the Trading Bible, Candlestick, Fibonacci, and Chart Patterns. So much, but just stick around, ask questions, or if you get a gifted a membership over in the $3 membership here on YouTube, is where I've got my Chart School videos and our Chart School live series that we did probably about a year ago. And I do plan on putting some more things over there. I'm trying to develop it. YouTube's coming out where they can do courses or something. I don't know. They might make it easier to have a course structure. So I might start trying to do some more of that stuff and going over some more advanced stuff on Fibonacci over there. I gotta look. I plan on adding things over there. But stick around, ask questions, and it takes it a while to click. It does. But it does. It gradually does, and you get better and better and better. I would just recommend focus on your risk management. Seems to be the very last thing that we try to master, but that's probably the most important. If you will start off focusing on your risk management, let the other stuff come into play. I honestly believe that's the best way. You got a three-leg stool when it comes to TA is how I describe it, right? Or to crypto or whatever you're trading in general, right? To making money. I said to making money in this market. You got a three-leg stool, in my opinion. You got your little stool. Oh, look, we're drawing just like all the other YouTubers. That's a horrible seat. I'm just saying. You got a stool top, and you got three legs. Oh, what's a contemporary stool? Oh, it's a rustic tree trunk stool. That's what it is. Well, one, you got the psychology of it, which involves your emotions and getting all that stuff under control, right? Well, the thing that helps with, because that's where you mess up. Ego is an emotion. It makes your emotions go crazy, getting overconfident, watching your portfolio go up, seeing your trading group generate more money than you ever seen in your life. You get cocky and make all these weird plays and declarations. It will change you. It's not for a good thing. The ego is not good, and also just being fearful and greedy and all that stuff. Sometimes you're greedy. I mean, I learned this lesson. I'm greedy and I don't realize it. For me, I have to recognize hopeful. When I feel hopeful, when I'm like, oh man, yeah, we're finally starting to look good. That's when I get hopeful. That's when I guess I'm technically greedy. Because that's when I start getting hopeful and so feeling better, not overconfident, but just maybe some random cocky thoughts come in my mind, and then the market turns and I miss my opportunity. So you also got to gauge yourself on that. That's gotten me several times. I'm like, I don't feel greedy. I'm not trying to get out here and just chase everything. I'm just like, but I feel confident. I like get good about what I got. Yeah, did good on that. That's all right. This is looking good. There's hope here. I think if we're another 2x and where's that? Yeah, that's greed. For me, that's greed. Doesn't feel like it at all. Doesn't feel like it to me at all. I don't recognize it. But now I'm making a middle note. So when I start feeling that way next time, I'm going to say, I got to make myself take profits. The first time you say, look, honey, it's actually starting to look good. Take profits. Because they slam the hell out of these altcoins quickly. So psychology is the one of them, and then you got your TA, your analysis, whether it's fundamental or technical, right, or both combination. You got your analysis, right. This will help you control your emotions. Once you do this, you can kind of see what's going on in the market structure, understand how market structure works. This is where it comes involved in having your system, your model that you're trading, your strategies. All that falls under this leg right here, and then over here you got your risk management. And you gotta have all three of these for this thing to stay level and not fall over. And I got to say, this is the most important leg on this stool. It's the very last one everybody focuses on. Probably the last one that we're taught. Last one that we absorb mentally, because we're still trying to wrap our mind around the TA and control our emotions. The risk is like, I'll just do, okay, whatever you say. Okay. But this, when you can get consistent with this, is when things start turning around for you. So if you start out focusing on managing your risk, I think this you'll be more profitable. My prediction, you'll be more profitable as you start trying to master these other guys. So that's our. This turned into school today. I'm sorry. We're supposed to be doing wild altcoin lookings and stuff. My bad. Actually, I just came over to go over Bitcoin. Actually, Justin Makachek says, I love fibs so much. Actually been using one of the opening candles of a session, 30 minute, 1 hour, and using the opening range, using 1.50 and 618. I watch for the 0.50. Oh, hey. There are many, many different fib strategies out there. You find what works, makes sense to you, and you keep with it. And hopefully, share it with some other people. Maybe benefit them. Get some good karma going. It's my super chat and I want it now. Did we get a super chat? I don't have this screen set up to notify me of that, so I may miss those. So I'll always come over here. Gator Squad says $2 bonus for Kita. Take a look at Kita. Kita is over on Mixie. Thank you for the super chat. Do I have clappy hands on the screen? This is my daytime screen, and it doesn't have all the bells and whistles that my nighttime stream has. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate your support there. We'll take a look at the gym pick by Gator. Gator's got some pretty good gym picks. He's looking at projects that also have some very strong fundamentals, okay? And that's very important, all right? So this is Kita on the weekly. That looks a little scary. Scary could be good, though. This is Mexi. Let's try it somewhere else. I don't think we got enough price history. I think it's got more price history. Let's go with the one without the volume. Yeah, see, here we are without volume. See, all this stuff over here, we didn't have that before, and this helps us. This tells us a lot. The more information we can get on the charts, the better off that we are. All right. Well, darn it. What have you done? And this, we had that. Oh snap, what happened? I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. I'm having problems with my Focusrite. Getting some static coming in. I can't figure out if it's coming. It seems like it's coming in through the headphones, but you could hear it. So I don't know if it's affecting the mic too. It's kind of weird. Hope it's not going out or... Jeez. Don't need more equipment. The magic of trend lines. We're just looking around and looking in both directions here. I like to do that from time to time. It's a good thing to do. Get you familiar with these trend lines. You start trusting them more when you start seeing how they work. There's our channel. Don't need you anymore. Don't really need you. You're played out. Need this one because this one's going to be resistance now. Now from swing low to swing high, we see that we bounced off of our 113, and that's exactly what we want to see. So a good possible bottom here. That's a deep ass retracement. I don't think that qualifies. What did you get over here? No. I think it was you. You have to give me time. I'm experimenting with this this style here too, and you ought to be it. Yeah, you're it. There's your pattern. All right, so there's our bullish harmonic pattern right there. And this appears to be a crab. It's a bullish crab. A bullish crab, and here are our targets. Yeah, I know. You might see this repeat a lot, right? It's like he's always getting the same target. Well, I mean, and those are some take profit targets, but your real juicy ones are actually back up here at C and A, according to this theory. And we did an 886, and we are looking for 786 and probably 886 actually to be tested again over here. These are going to be, this is the juicy zone, the main zone. That if you're really trying to get into this guy right here. All right, peep this out. Measured move. 886. There we go. And that is your true harmonic target right there. There's your AB equals CD right there. So looking for possibly a lower high here, and that would make sense since it lost and made a lower low here. Make a lower high, but then hopefully make a higher low at some point. Hopefully once we get up there, we're forecasting, we pull back to the 382, which would be testing this trend line, and then we bounce upward from there, and then we come over to this guy. So I'm gonna step out there and go on. I'm gonna make you dotted lines so I know. Take it with a grain of salt at the moment. That's speculative. That's a speculative target, but it's not based on anything that we've done yet. That's pure. I need to make a note. Forecasted target. Not yet. And confirmation. All right, so I got to put notes over here so I know what the hell I'm looking at, right? But if I were to forecast using the fibs by that method, I would be looking for a possibility to keep, just something to keep in the back of my mind of how it could play out, that we could be going to T17 by this. And if I pull my fibs from here to there, well, we're coming up, just right above my little GC 1414 there. All right, I'm not trying to get too deep and all this, but it looks pretty good for Kita. It's especially if we get past this trend line here. And again, until that happens, we gotta try to draw this line, and you can see we got a little respect over here to wick. A little bit, not really touching, but that's close. Okay, so we got a trend line down here on the bottom too for support, and opening this idea up again also gives us a channel, putting on candle bodies, and also confluence that we're just in a big ass channel. Come up here, bang our head there, come back down. Hopefully we can break out here. We could come back in the middle. I don't know. We'll just see. That's why I'm saying this one's speculative. Hopium target, but I am looking mainly for 143 to come out of Kita, which is not bad. If you can hang on till we get to that target. First target's 36%. Second target area, it's going to be kind of hairy to get to. Probably would take it till we get over here. Does that say December? Surely it won't take you to December to get to the second target. That would be your 100% gains. That would suck. Don't want that to happen. You'd be flip-flopping under here until December. Could be, according to trend lines and just connecting the dots there. If it cannot break above this trend line, well, that puts us way into 2026 to get up there, so that would suck. I don't believe that's true. Most likely we'll get above this trend line. Falling channel, bullish breakout, measure move, idea for this guy, just the channel idea. Where we break out, also taking us up to that area if we do it, if we can continue to break on out here. So I got a lot of confluence, people. I'm looking for 143 in that area for Kita. Here's my take. I want to share this with the group. That's kind of some detailed analysis is the word we're looking for here. I think you cannot use the words think, feel, or believe in my trading group. I will ban you. I'm glad that kicks over. All right, let's come over here to the trade setups, and we'll put Kita. Kita. We're on the what? We're on the daily. Kita. Daily. Chart. Looks interesting. A request on. Oh man, I forgot to post my stream to Twitter and all that stuff. I never remember to do that. I never remember to promote my stream before I go live. A request on. Lots of confluence for the 1.43 target. Could be a good, but should be but patient swing trade. All right, we'll share that over there, and there we. No, don't cancel loading. So I noticed when I come over here to YouTube and I look at me streaming and everything over here, I noticed that me likes. We used to, you know, when you as a small channel, yeah, I guess you get kind of used to seeing 100% likes. But I'm gradually starting to see some people hit that dislike button there, but I get no feedback telling me what you dislike. But it seems like there's some people who are consistently hitting that dislike button. I'm like, well, why do you keep watching if you dislike it? If I don't resonate with you, you don't have to stick around. There are lots of other YouTubers that I'm sure you resonate with, and some of them will tell you truth, and some of them just tell you whatever to make you happy. I just try to give you what I actually see and give you my honest opinion. All right, we got 13 live viewers over here, 59 views, jumping in and out. 100% likes so far, but only 19 of them. So some people have come and left with hit the like. I do appreciate that. That does help this little tiny channel grow. And also taking a look over at Pump.Fun, which is now Road Dog Radio for all your crypto music trading music. Crypto thing across all genres is available over there playing live right now. Let it play in the background. Maybe pick you up some Road. Market cap is growing. We're getting some green candles over here on the Road token, and I'm going to talk about Road because this is a way they can support the channel, and I want to see this thing go to radium. I want to see everybody. I want this thing. I get so many people hitting me up on DM. Let's collaborate. We can pump your. Trying to charge me $70, $35 for whatever. I don't know what they do. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not. I keep telling them this is grassroots. It's make it or break it based on my efforts or whatever we got here with the community, growing the community. Organic. I'm not going to pay people to come in and possibly pump price up or do stuff. If people like it, if this is worth liking, it will happen naturally. I don't think I have to go out there and employ all these possible scammers out there trying to hit me up on Twitter X. Not happening. Not happening. But some nice price action, higher lows, higher highs. Got rid of all the riffraff that happens whenever you first launch anything. And now we got some organic growth, and that's what I'm very proud of, the organic growth, because that makes it more valuable. I only own 3% of the coin, which is not much. It's about $300 worth. Anybody at any time can come in and buy more than I have and take more advantage of the gains than what I have. But I am spending my creator rewards because I get paid on the transaction fees. That's how it works. I don't get paid from having a big bag to dump on people. I get paid for the transaction fees of trading this token. And if we can get it up to radium, and it's got to, we make progress, it gives and takes, but we are at, I think it tells over here, we're about 28% bonded now. We fluctuate between 25 and 30 lately. $8.3 thousand market cap right now, and we need to get about, I think, somewhere around $70,000 market cap to graduate to radium. That will expose this coin and the music and the channel to a much broader audience, and that's what I am trying to use to grow my channel and also create some kind of passive revenue stream so that I don't have to keep running up my bank account or my credit cards with all these damn subscription fees that it costs to run channels and get all the video and editing and music stuff and everything you need to run a damn channel over here, because it gets expensive. And my wife wants me to start spending money on her instead of on YouTube. So we got that going on. But we got some nice buys here, and maybe it'll pick up here soon. But since I've only been streaming music on mine, and then whatever we get from Amazon and all that, there's not very much money in all this, folks, people. This would be a good way to expose the music and everything, I think. And something I can offer is what for creators, and I create music and TA and weird turkey faces and goofy stuff. I'm a goofball, but I love you for hanging out. All right, guys, let me come back to the chat over here and try to catch up. We got our fan fun day. Let's go back to our live chat. Time to wrap this stream down because I've been going too long. Gator says tonight's gem pick is a new coin and it will be massive. I'm eager to hear what that might be. John Gregory laughing. Likes are just as good as dislikes. All good for the algo. Embrace the hate. Well, I'd just like to have some feedback. That's all. I'm trying to get better. I'm just trying to get better, be better at what I do here and how I present it. So some people, and now a lot of it could be the normal scary voodoo face that I use. A lot of people don't like that. Okay, they seem to like the turkey though. The turkey is a little bit, and turkey's a little bit more comedic. The funny, any kind of jokes or anything I do as the zombie probably doesn't have the same effect, right? But I like the zombies glowing eyes. If I could have a turkey with glowing eyes, I would do it. Randy says, always hit the like. If I don't like, I'll comment. Thank you. That's all I ask for. My man. Randy F. Justin Mike Sex says, I'll collab with your old dog. Just let me know. I don't know what they mean by collaborate. I don't know what all that means when they say that. They just hit me up and it sounds like, listen, I got the same thing when I was putting out the music. I got all these little radio stations trying to hit me up and they want me to pay them to play my music. And I'm like, no, if my music's good, people will like it and they'll look for it. It'll catch, it'll go. I mean, I know you got marketing and you need a marketing budget, but some of the things that I don't know what method these people use, and I don't want to be associated with any scammy methods that they I don't know what they have in mind. Some of them gave me, I don't know. I'm skeptical about any of that stuff. And I do like organic growth. Avi says, why do you need anyone else? I am the media specialist. Gator's the gen specialist. Justin is the stat specialist. Soul is the retracted specialist. Chris is the music trading specialist. Sean... Shut the fuck up. That is like one of the most amazing comments ever right there. That is epic. Epic. We got all we need right here. We got all we need right here. The Dusty Hunt says, I missed the stream. Did you say anything good? We talked about Bitcoin and looked at a few of the requested altcoins. We was trying to get a feel on if Bitcoin's recovering or not. And she's trying. She's really trying, making some good strides. Just made it in time for the end of the stream. Brave Expanse. How's it going, buddy? The biggest contributor to the channel by far, Brave Expanse. Shout out to Brave Expanse. $500 super chat. Still doing. That's good. Nobody has usurped that title. Avi says, I met you as a zombie. I thought it was cool. I think it's cool too. And then somehow, actually, I think Celinda started voting for the turkey. Celinda Anderson when she's hanging out, and it's kind of, I don't know. The turkey gained more traction than the zombie. It really did. I would get so many comments. People change that face. That's so scary. You know, like they look like it might look like a. Well, you tell me. Can we? I don't know if I can get it good over here because I got to color correct and all this other stuff. So it's a pain in the ass to use it, but I like it. The zombie! Wah! It's a voodoo doll, really. Technically, I'm a stitched up voodoo doll with pins sticking in my face and glowing eyes. Technically what I have. Not really a zombie, but it works for zombie too. But this Am I set up for you over here? I think so. No. Okay, turn you off. No, you're good. Oh, shoot. Yeah, no, I don't really have my color set up over here on the stream for the zombie. So we go back to, but I got, you also got some other stuff. Guys, oh man, we got both. Wait, what's happening here? We do have. I do have, okay, yeah, this is, okay, yeah. So this is kind of how I started out as my first face filter, I guess. Because my gosh, I don't want people pulling up on my house trying to chop off my thumb to access my crypto. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. They keep the family protected here. People don't know who I am, where I live, anything about me. I mean, it's, I don't need to be tracked down by hackers and go through all that stuff. Tangem wallets, baby. Justin X, what's going on? What's going on, Justin? Justin, Makasex says, means I'll get on air with you and give you additional content. I guess if you're on Telegram, you can DM me. Or maybe on Twitter, you can DM me there too. Just let me know who you are so I won't ignore you, because I ignore all that stuff. For real. But if I can get a better understanding for what they'll, because I'm new to the pump fund thing, because I don't know how they promote all this stuff. I'm a more organic person. I just bring what I can bring to the table and see what happens, right? And then wait on God, because, you know, I'm a big God believer. God will open the path for me. That's all I'm waiting on. I have more faith in God than I do in humans, and if he's leading me down this path, I trust him to take me somewhere good with it. I mean, I am a mod for a few music channels too. Really? Maybe they're against Alice Cooper or Kiss. Maybe. We do have a Kiss tribute though. Oh man, your color's off again! Still your girlfriend. Alright. Gator says, we need to support Road Dog and Gator. Gator, oh yeah, Gator's also got a coin over here. I think, since I'm not logged in over here, so I can go over here and look at it, right? I got some of your coin last night. I didn't have very much to work with, but I was nibbling at it. I told you I'd go over there and do it. Try to keep my word for what I do, because if you don't keep your word, well, then what are you? If you ever were raised in the magical aspect of esoteric sciences, if you will, you'll know that it's essential to keep your word, or your magic doesn't work, right? Your will. You can't fulfill your will. But we got Jesus. Ain't nothing better than Jesus. Alright, so let's look for Gator Squatch. So you got to type in Gator Squatch, and the ticker is parentheses. I've never seen a ticker with parentheses. I hope that doesn't create a problem, because I know when I try to look it up with that way, it's hard to find. So Gator Squatch has got a coin. I think he's wanting to do like he's got some plans on things to do for his coin. And cool. Oh, we're on the 1 hour. Probably need to look on the smaller time frames over here. So nice. You didn't get the big pump and dump. You got a little bit of something pumping it up and coming down, but it's not like they did. They were just waiting for mine to. And I thought, oh man, my tongue is sticking out everywhere. Does this one still work? Oh snap! That's Billy Bob Thornton. Here we go. We'll use this one. I used to have John Wayne. Oh, I got Samuel Jackson. Yeah. Wait, we can hang out and be cool here. Too many. There's too many. The too many motherfucking coins. Too many motherfucking coins on this page. Coins on the page. All right. We lost ourselves here. So Gator Squatch is going over here, and that's good. It's a good candle. It's growing up there. It's up 0.10% today. Up $5 today. Kill. I would comment over here, but I'm not logged in to do so. If I do, it'll mess my other stuff up. But shout out to Gator there too. So we're seeing a lot of social media platforms come up. Not Fun's taking off and got the streaming. I gotta say, I'm so far impressed. It's still a little glitchy on some things, and I still haven't figured out their chat. I want to piss some people off. They're going to accuse me of doing blackface or something. And thank you. Yeah, and now we're back. And we'll just go back over to Road Doggy. To the Road Doggy one, and I kind of did the stream a little different. I did have this in a little box. I got Ave's. Ave did this back here. The little clip that you're seeing in the background, that's what Ave put together for me, and thank you. Shout out to Ave for that. And I also, over on X, I've been using some of the things that you guys have been posting over there. You might have seen that. Over on OX, Twitter, well, the twits, where all the twits hang out, or the X's. Is this where all the X's hang out now? Oh, whoa, what's this? Wrong answers only. that's I want to keep that. That might be a thumbnail. I'm taking that. I'm taking that. I'm stealing that. You guys ever wonder how I do the thumbnails? I use Canva. Look at that. That's gangsta. Gangsta, I just took that right off of X. All right, so I guess we go home. Oh, yeah, I got to click on me. I'm a boomer. So this is my Twitter X. I'd appreciate it if you follow me. I'm following more people than I have followers. I'm not a leader. I'm a follower, apparently. But I've been posting over here and about Road. So I'm trying to do that on the average. This is what I posted from our lounge area. I think Ave did that, if I'm not mistaken. Funny stuff. It's hilarious. Making fun of my mic troubles I was having last night. It's hilarious. I was like, you get me. And you'll probably see some Bible verses coming out, especially the ones dealing with money, because I'm a believer. And little links to pump. And these things, I've been putting these little guys out. I took some of the clips from Ave, what Ave did, and then I used Grok Imagine. And now we got Sean Animated over here talking some crazy stuff. And this is the turkey that I admit I did add a very sizable pecker because I wanted to really showcase a pecker on here and really get the ladies tied in. I may have exaggerated a little bit. You can see that it's a lot bigger than what I'm working with here on the stream. It may be vanity, it may be disillusion, but a big pecker draws in the crowd is what I've always heard. So, and you can see I'm when I got defeathered, there was an accident, and I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it too much. It's still traumatic. And then we got the road dog, which is awesome. He can move, and there were some wild iterations over there. So, getting some interesting things over here on trying to liven up our X feed over here. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to take a look at Bitcoin again. For two reasons. Because to see what the hell it's doing, monitor it. We lost our level. Oh, snap. Did I get stopped out? I got stopped out, didn't I? We came down to our 382 where we wanted it to come down to. Now, if we can bounce from here, we got some good traction to go. But now you're also venturing with the idea of losing this rising wedge, right? So what's the trader to do? Well, rising wedges usually end up being a channel idea, right? I'm just saying, they do. And I don't know. I hope this area sticks. It's just that there's a resistance there, and I'm not convinced that we're going to get another higher high out of it just yet. Hopefully. Nice bounce area, but there's a lot of resistance up there with this. So maybe. But the important thing is that we came up to the 618. We got past this 0.5. And so I'm not as concerned about these yet. They could still slam bam, thank you ma'am, but not as concerned about this yet. I'm looking for my bigger idea to be invalidated, which is a harmonic pattern that I have that could be setting us up for the 100,000. That's in the back burner. I just check against it if we can ever find it. This idea here. If we can get past these areas, if we can get over here, we can invalidate it. But otherwise, there's still a chance on the back burner we could still be aiming down here, right? We're not out of the woods yet. Not out of the woods yet, but it is starting to look more hopeful. And it needs to here at October 23rd. Now, generally, if you've been tracking these cycles before and just the months in general, as much as you hear about October being bullish and September being horrible, and we experienced some good and bad out of September, you get good and bad out of October. You can go back and look at my thumbnails from the past 3 years, and every October we got these couple of weeks where it's bloody as hell, and you're like, oh, why did that something happening? Why the flush is out in October before the pumps? So let's be a regular occurrence here. And they were nasty this time. They mean business this cycle, right? They want that Bitcoin, and they're saying, to hell with the altcoins. We don't give a damn about the altcoins. Let them burn. Ain't nobody over there. Very few altcoins are getting the love yet. But when the love does come in, it will pile in with a vengeance, I do believe, because it usually always does. So now, for total 3 that we're looking at up here, we've got a channel idea. And as long as we can get back up to where we've been or higher, I'm cool. As long as we're making higher lows, I'm feeling better about altcoins, right? But we got to keep our eye on Bitcoin dominance. At some point, she will get rejected. We hope, cross our fingers. If not, altcoins are done. And that just doesn't make any sense for crypto, right? But the more Bitcoin dominance goes up, the more that they suffer. What we're hoping for is that this is also some form of rising wedgie or rising channel, right? A bearish channel, eventually break to the downside. And the closer we get to 50% on Bitcoin dominance, the more happy we are with our altcoins, because that's when, for me, altcoin season starts at around 50% Bitcoin dominance. It can be fun up until then, but I don't confirm it until we get past the 50% mark. That's my rules in the sand, and I'm sticking with it. Bitcoin, here on the 6 Minute. Are you dying? Are you going to scare people? Did you catch some flags to the upside? Did you get the flag chasers again? Them flag chasers love to chase them flags. There's a time and place for flags, but it is usually not at areas of resistance. And that's the market maker's favorite trap, because that's one of the most simple trading things that is taught out there. Set the flag to the upside. Very basic, and that's what the market makers like to go with. How many times do you see them come down on these bottom areas and they do something that looks, you'd swear it was a head and shoulder top reversal pattern? And you still got a lot of these crypto YouTubers out there looking for you're looking for top reversal patterns at a bottom and trying to short it. And if they can't see it, they'll make it, oh, look, this head shoulder to the downside. I'm sorry, I disagree with that. I disagree with that idea vehemently. And I'm just saying, they become one of my bottom signals, one of my bottom indicators when I started seeing them do that. I've seen several of them do it. It's very disappointing to me. It tells me that they've not really done a lot of in-depth study on the head and shoulders pattern. And it makes me wonder, well, why are you out here teaching stuff that you're just picking up from other people and regurgitated from trading groups? I believe if you're going to be out here teaching, that you need to do some deep dive studies in it. It might involve some actual academic education over here involving books. And some of these are from McGraw-Hill, the same people who put out college textbooks. Carolyn Broden, available for free in our group. I'm just saying. Fibonacci Queen. Yeah, I'd rather learn what's working for the big people in the other markets that have successfully done this for years and really earned the reputation, and then, just any random YouTuber that can't give you their sources, right? I try to give you my sources where I learned. You can go deep dive and learn more yourself. You don't get that from other people. They're not going to tell you where they learned something. A lot of times they don't know either, right? I was watching this. I used to watch this channel. I learned this from there. You can get helpful things, but verify it. Verify that it's accurate and that it's being taught correctly, because there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of wives' tales for how some of these things, even your simple patterns, work, and a lot of biases, man. A lot of biases. You see, some people that are always, no matter what price is doing, they're somehow magically finding some kind of flag for it to fit in. Well, this flag right here. We're just gonna. Well, that didn't work out. Well, we make another flag somehow. Oh, then we got this flag. And they get kind of pissed off about it, right? If anybody argues against it, whatever, probably what they just draw trend lines out of nowhere, not really respecting price structure. I know once you learn TA, you notice this stuff about other people that you watch. You can see who's being authentic and who's just pulling their things out of their ass or just making something on the fly or breaking rules. Once you get more familiar with the solid rules, traditional rules of traditional technical analysis, you can spot the fakers. You can spot the people that are, kind of just looking at the pictures and going with it, and they're more for the clicks or the groups and making, you can spot that stuff. And so you hang around here with me and hang around with Joe, Trade Intuition, hang around, meet Damien, other YouTubers over here, and you can start picking up on that stuff, right? You learn. But I do advise you highly, don't be afraid to pick up a book or do a deep dive. Even I'm going to say this: get with your AI. It's on your phone or Grok or whatever. You can have such a much more intelligent conversation about technical analysis over there than what you can find on YouTube. I'm just being honest with you. I might do that on one stream sometime, and I'll actually walk through TA with Grok and let you listen to just how educational it might be able to be. You ask questions, and it's there. And it's really cool when you get the one where it's speaking to you back and forth. You just got a conversation. You can put the camera on and just show them, just take a screenshot of it. This is what I'm looking at. What do you see? And if you might have to draw out something. You might have to pull a fib so that you have reference points and things like that. But then you get some really cool insight, or you can tailor it to go to your, like Thomas Bukowski, under his guidelines. Go by his rules and guidelines. You can learn that way without having to pay for a lot of these big expensive groups. There's so many, we got so many tools available for us that are so superior than just finding some egotistical YouTuber that's out there trying to shill a group. I'm on a rant. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done for the day. I'll see you on the night screen. Thanks for hanging out. Going to the end screen, and I'm zooming out. There you go. Yeah, I wouldn't have found out some more about those two. There's a lot of stuff that I do repeatedly that they could do for me, right? And a lot of people are using it to post on X. A lot of that posts that you see from your influencers are AI generated and on the schedule, and it's not really what they're saying. I don't know.
I look around, the sentiments at 54, Q4 is breathing down, opening the door, volatility's high, but we ride the wave, dreaming of the surge, the crypto we crave. Bring me a higher low, I need to see the bounce,
I'm not exactly sure what that means. I'm not getting the context.
Let the profits start to flow.
Trading Parrot made an AI agent that finds the sentiment of the top 40 crypto tubers' last videos. It's getting interesting, isn't it? Hey, I don't have any hand clappies over here, do I? Yeah, I do. I'm honored by that, Justin. I don't get a lot of feedback on what people learn, and sometimes, and I don't always see the things that I do show up in their own TA, and that doesn't have to. I'm not expecting that. I'm not expecting everybody to do things exactly the way I do them. This isn't the only way, but I just try to share. But if you picked up some stuff from, I'm honored. That's the whole reason I'm here. So me hearing that helps me know that I'm fulfilling the purpose that I came here to do. So that's a really nice comment. Thank you. Don't make me cry. It's good for the algorithm, though. Mr. C, good to have you here. Chris Klein. Hey, I was looking for you on the stream. Crypto Brew. I didn't see it. Maybe I got the wrong one or something, but I was hoping. I'm trying to catch one of your appearances on some of the streams. I just get busy and then I forgot until this morning, but I didn't mind it. Afternoon, John Boy. I know. And sometimes Gizmo. If you use Sound Editor, it shows waves just like the flow charts. Huh. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out. Time for me to go spend time with the fam. Have a good one.